Hi, I'm Jane. I work as a care manager for an independent domiciliary care company providing care throughout Cardiff and the Vale of Glamorgan and surrounding areas. Historically, we were generally commissioned by associated authorities, local authorities, but recently over the last few years we have found that almost 40% of our work is being commissioned by health packages are generally complex and bring their own challenges, associated challenges. Our work is not specialised regarding mental health. Our work covers a broad spectrum of conditions which are touched by mental health. We provide a service which requires detailed understanding and analysis and very often requires challenges for us regarding addressing and indeed recognising the need for important appropriate interventions. Every individual has a right to have a choice into how their care is provided. This involves working closely with associated professional bodies. We will always be looking for a strong, strength-based approach which enables an individual to live their life to the best of their ability with our help. We will always look to see what someone can do and not what they can't do, and embrace this in the provision of our care. Mental health can present in several different forms at any time, arising from several ever-changing influences and indicators. The main challenge for us is recognising and addressing the need for intervention from mental health teams and being able to work with them to achieve the best possible outcomes through whatever route for that individual, thus promoting independence and choice throughout the process. Working together with health to achieve the best possible outcomes for any individual throws up a number of challenges which need to be met in a positive manner and a proactive manner. Recognising that we need health intervention in the form of an MDT meeting with all associated professionals is only the initial step. It can be time consuming to arrange and wait for all appropriate persons to be able to gather and indeed to be able to mutually agree a suitable time and place to meet. The implementation of decisions made and routes to take once discussed at the MDT may then also take time and organisation to put into practice. The problem of being able to contact the relevant professionals in regard to any concerns raised has been highlighted further in this recent pandemic, where there has been a need to work away from the office, and this in itself has consequently thrown up a lot of different problems. Where we recognise the need for training in order to respond to differing mental health issues, we are only able to access this training after we have seen the problem. The most appropriate training may not be readily available, and there may be a waiting list before we can attend. This can become frustrating for us whilst we await the training and try to support our staff to deal with situations that we know require specialist training. We have recently experienced this regarding PBM training, which is only available to us on specified and limited dates and require prescriptions to be written out by health professionals for each individual. Each team thus needs training specifically to suit the individual they care for. This has a knock-on effect on us, introducing new staff into health packages until they are appropriately trained, and this puts additional stress on staff already in the package. Working with individuals who present with mental health involves a need to understand everything about that individual and their needs. The ability to work with health to ensure that their care is provided with dignity, empathy and choice, and in a manner which is not just task orientated but enhances their quality of life is of the utmost importance. The ability to sustain this is equally challenging, and constant reviews are paramount for us to be able to achieve this. We have worked closely with one individual to ensure that she is able to successfully live in the community rather than in a residential care setting, ensuring that she can maintain her independence, is able to have choice in her care and how she lives her life, and that she benefits from a positive, forward-thinking lifestyle. This has taken time and dedication from all those involved and consequently resulted in discharge from the mental health team. We must also be aware, though, that concerns and issues surrounding mental health may return for any number of reasons, and we must be aware and alert in looking out for signs to indicate this, and then act quickly and appropriately to manage these. Recently, we have been involved with a lady living in her own home who gradually started to show very challenging behaviour, which has resulted in it becoming very evident that the high level of care that we expect to provide was not possible due to the rapid decline in her mental health. This has resulted in the need for immediate intervention from the professionals, along with support for the staff going in and out of the package. We are aware that instant help is not always available, but where do we go in a case like this, which can deteriorate to crisis point very, very quickly for all concerned? GPs are not always responsive in visiting, as there is no real medical reason for that person to be admitted to hospital, and our remit is to avoid this at all times. Problems can arise in that we are witnessing behaviours that perhaps are not visible to others when they visit. This can be very frustrating and gives cause for concern. Changes in prescribed medications can take time to have an effect, and in the meantime we just simply must do our best and communicate all our concerns in the most appropriate manner. Health gives us the opportunity to have access to specialised professionals. Working together is so important, but the ability to be able to reach the right person at the right time on any given day provides the biggest challenge of all. As a domiciliary care agency, we understand what we can and cannot do for a person. This is particularly relevant to medication concerns. We do not have a qualified nurse as part of our team, and the professionals need to have a greater understanding of the limits imposed on us from all angles. All bodies need to realise that we do what we do as part of a domiciliary care agency. Be aware of the difficult situations that we deal with day in and day out. We need to be aware that we must feel supported by fully trained professionals in order to support the vulnerable people living in their own homes and enable them to safely live their lives in the best possible way that they can. We feel we are doing an amazing job for people, but we could do a little bit better with a little bit more help. Thank you.